Okay, so Tucker is freshly bathed, and we combed him first and washed him up. This is the stuff I use. It's amazing. This is the shampoo, Kiwi Mango Mist. You can wash your Yorkie as many times as you want, and they will not dry out and get flaky. This is it's like a blow dry spray. I love it because it's the matching scent, and it makes them smell awesome, and you can spray this in between baths. So I absolutely love those. I'll drop a link below so you guys can check that out. But first thing I want to start with is probably the face. And just a little disclosure, I'm not a groomer, but I really did get tired of new groomers and, having that be like a very, there's a lot of rotation in jobs for groomers, and I just never knew who I was gonna get, so I didn't have anyone I trusted and had a couple injuries on my dogs, and I just thought, you know what, not worth it. So I started developing my own stuff. So let's just get started and jump right in. So most of the time, the thing I like to start with is their face. Tucker's got a little bit of a longer coat going on here, which it's winter, so I'm not gonna really take off a ton. I'm just gonna clean him up a little bit. So first thing that I want to start with is his ears. If your dog is wiggly and hates it, you just have to try. Like, you just have to keep going and keep doing it. I do love these little brushes for when I'm doing hair, when I'm doing little haircuts. And this, I'm only going to use these and this. That's it. These scissors you can get on Amazon for $8. So first thing you do is just, here, Tucker, lift that ear up, and I'm going to brush the hair from the back and the front, and you can kind of see. So the first thing I do, which I actually just recently cut the hair off of his ears. I like to keep my Yorkie ears looking nice and small. So you put your finger to the very tip of their ear. Now his skin goes from right there. That's like the edge of his ear right there. And you'll notice I cut a big triangle. So instead of trying to cut along their ear, you just make a big triangle. So in order not to cut their ear, I put my pointer finger and my thumb to the very tip of their ear. So I know if I try to do this, I might cut his ear. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna make a big triangle. See? Super easy. And I think it's super flattering. That's just something I came up with myself after trying to do this on my own. So we're gonna go do the other ear. Come here, bud. I'm gonna do this other ear to match. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. I'm trying to make it really easy. So once again, that's the tip of his ear. And so I can easily go off that way and not worry about cutting any of his ear. And I go it over a little bit. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, so to shape their face, you can go as big or small as you want. If you want to make their face look super tiny, you need to cut all the hair off from their chin, like all the way up. So you could go just like this. Good boy. And then you're gonna hold, to make that side line on the side of their face, I hold their ear just like that. You're gonna pull the hair from the front and the back, and you're gonna go with the grain of the hair. So we're not gonna cut up, we're gonna cut down. So we've already given ourselves a line from, see, the ear, if you can see that right there. So we're just gonna bring that line down. So there you go. You can pull some more out, make sure you got them all. Sometimes they like to hide in the back right there. But so if you pull that ear up, just that a little bit. You can see I just put a line from his ear down. So now the difference on the sides. Can you show us, Tucker? So then we already have this line, but we have all that hair. So what you're gonna do is just follow that line down. And this one I kind of do have to go because I'm a righty. So you do kind of have to go right in there. But gotta get all that hair and just see if you can get that ear to stay up a little bit. You just go down. And then you can also cut right here or across the top if you want those to be shorter. And a good way to blend is using your fingers. Blending is huge. My mom was a hairstylist for like 40 years. She just retired. So I'm used to people hair. I grew up always with a salon. We always had a salon in our house growing up. So I know how to blend. So I always like to take the hair from between both of the ears and kind of pick that line that we came off of right here. So see that line? I'm gonna follow that line across. That's gonna be my top. So then let go, pick the hair up again. And see, look, if you do that, see those ones that I've missed? You keep doing that over and over. And you will find the ones that will not match. And then you can blend them to the side, pull all that hair out. Take a look and see which ones are way too long. And my mom is amazing at blending with people hair. And she always told me even a little is a lot. So even if you have, here buddy, a couple hairs that are super long compared to the other ones, you'll be able to see it. See that? We're just gonna take off just a little bit. The more that you do that and the more around their whole body, the more you do that, you find those little outliers and just try to blend them. The better your dog's haircut's gonna look. And all we're using is just scissors. So then we're gonna turn his face to the side. Good boy, Tucker. Can you look over here for me? Thank you. He's pretty good. And see that? That makes a huge difference, and I did not take off that much hair. It's crazy, just a little bit of hair can make all the difference. Come here, bud. Can you sit down for me? So we're gonna do that. Anytime you do something on one side, just make sure at some point you go back and do it on the other side. So you can kind of see, we got some outliers, right? Look how much better that looks. It's not perfect, but you can definitely save yourself a grooming. So that's basics of the face. You can cut some on the side here, like this. So once you do that on one side, you always want to go do that on the other side. That's not even that much I just took off, but it makes a huge difference. Okay, and you can blend that right there. So now for the body, just some quick tips. I'm just gonna show you on one leg and I'm gonna show you how to do the back. So I don't really wanna take off a lot of his hair. So because I don't wanna take off that much, I'm gonna get my comb. When you're cutting the very top of the back, you need to start at the neck and go down to the tail and cut off. So you get as much hair as you want from the sides. Pull it all straight up. So you're gonna pull it all straight up in the air. So if I wanted to take off a ton, you just make your first cut and then you pull up more hair. So I'm just gonna blend his really. So then you pull up the next hair and you can see, you pull up some of the ones you already did and some of the new ones. And you can see where your line it should be. So then we'll go down a little bit farther on his back. We can see right where our line should be. So you're gonna go do that down the whole back, right? So I'm not gonna do his whole back, but look, you guys, you can see outliers. Just doing that, gonna make your dog look super awesome, especially if they're just looking scraggly. So that's how you're gonna do the top. Can you stand up just a little longer for me, Tech? On the sides, you're not gonna go this way. On the sides of the dog, you need to pull the hair out like this. And see all that fuzz? I'm just taking that off. And then I'm gonna grab some more hair a little bit farther down and just do that again. Look at that, just a little bit of fuzz. Boom. If I wanted to go super short on him, keep my fingers close to his body and just clunk. And that's gonna be a super strong line. So you're gonna need to keep grabbing that hair and keep making everything the same all the way down the body. So that's how you do the sides, which I'm not taking off a lot. I am just gonna give him a clean look. So his hair, his ends are all cleaned up. So, and that's what we do with mommy's hair, huh? Okay, so for the legs, there definitely is a little bit of trick. The legs took me a long time to figure those out, which I'm sure if I watched YouTube videos, some other YouTube videos of professional groomers, I might have gotten it a lot faster. I always clip their nails right after their bath. The first thing I do on the leg, or I guess the first thing I like to do, is when you're cutting around the paw, don't go, the angle of your scissors needs to be down, or else it's just gonna give it an ugly line. So we're just gonna cut as much as we can this way, just to make his paws look nice and tiny. So even just that little bit makes a huge difference. So you're gonna pull the hair on the legs in 3 directions. We're gonna get all the hair everywhere that I can and pull it all the way out to the side, right? So you guys can see that line again. If I wanted to take off a ton, I'd cut right there. I just wanna clean up his ends. Okay, so now we're gonna pull in the other direction, which is gonna look towards his chest. So we're gonna get all that hair. He's looking like a little lion lately. Just push all of it over to this side. Okay, so we've got it all. Thank you, Tucker. And then you're gonna make another line. So if you wanted to take off a ton of hair, okay, baby, you could go like that. But I'm just taking off a little bit. We're just cleaning it up. Done. Now the last direction that you're gonna pull the hair is gonna be back towards their hindquarters. Here, let's move you out just a little bit, Tucker. Good boy. So you're gonna take the leg, pull everything all towards the back. And then you're gonna see more outliers, more of those little hairs that just don't quite line up. And you might have to go over the legs like a couple of times. You know, pulling it the 3 directions multiple times if you're just barely starting. So if you can see that, I've pulled all the hair backwards. You're not gonna cut up. Don't cut that direction. It's gonna give you chunkies and it just won't look blended. Cut down. And see, just gonna do that right there. Sorry, I hope you guys could see that. So, and then look at that. His leg looks good. It looks nice. There's not a lot of chunky hairs. I might even come back and look at these and brush it a little bit more, and oh, I've got a couple of outliers now that I brushed it some more. So, and I really like that look. I'm sure groomers have other ways of doing it. Everything is literally just blending and using your fingers to pull that hair out. And like, let's say his chest is too long and it's scraggly. Good boy, Tucker. Can you move your head? Thank you. So we're just gonna go, look, that's not much hair at all. And just taking off a little bit. Look at the difference it makes. Not a lot. And you can get as aggressive as you want as long as you know how to blend. You can take off as much hair as you want. So let's check out his other leg. So this is his other front leg. So we're gonna pull the hair. Which way should we do first? It doesn't matter which one you do first as long as you do them. Okay, Tucker. So let's do the outer. So I'm pulling all the hair away from his body, straight out to the side. Then I'm gonna come down and just clean that up a bit. All right, good boy. Sorry, I hope you guys can see this. I'm trying to check my camera, make sure. So now we're gonna pull all the hair, all of it from all the other side. Can you lift up? Pulling it all out the other way. We're gonna keep brushing everything from the back side, the front side, and then you're just gonna hold their paw. Tucker. And make that line. Sometimes they wanna wiggle, that's okay, just be patient. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to do the front of this paw. Pull the hair down. Tucker, it's okay, baby. And it's amazing how not even cutting off that much can make your dog look so much cleaner and so fresh. Good boy. So that's how to do the legs. You're gonna do the back legs the exact same, except for I pull the hair forward and then just clean up the line. And again, you just go down with your scissors. Okay. And then I go back with my line. So I'm gonna get all that hair. Go a little bit forward for me, Tucker. So we're gonna get all the hair to go to the back. And I know your guys' dogs are not going to be this good for their haircuts. I get that. You just have to keep going over and over, and they'll get used to it, you know? You can't just expect them to be champions there at this, you know, so good at it their first go. All right, so you see just some little outliers. And if you need to get aggressive and take off more, go ahead and do that. You just have to spend the time to sit and blend that together. So, can you guys see that? Yeah, we're gonna just take off just a little bit. So yeah, that's how you do it. The face is super easy. All of it is super easy, you know, as long as you take the time to blend really well. So pretty easy. Blend around the face. Pull all the front and back hair. Pull it out. Blend it some more. I did not spend a lot of time on his face because I don't want to take all your guys' time. You need to spend time figuring out how to blend and how to make it look the way you want your Yorkie to look. There's no wrong way. It doesn't matter if it's perfectly show style or anything like that. As long as you like the way your Yorkie's looking, that is all that matters. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. For these eyes, I try to be super careful. I was debating whether to even show you guys this because I don't want anyone poking their dog's eye out. What I do is I just lay the scissors across, and if your Yorkie holds still, go ahead and do that. Or you can go across the other side, just grab those little eye ones, and I just cut them. Because we don't want eye boogers. Usually eye problems, if your Yorkies have a lot of eye drainage going on, it is usually because of your water. Hard water is something that I think that will cause a lot of the eye boogers. So like lots of iron or different minerals that you can have in your water can definitely affect that. So anyways, happy grooming.